Guys, welcome to the Tar Series 7, and today I'm reviewing this, which is the Spider-Man Marvel Legends Vintage Series Green Goblin. So really cool, really blessed to pick this up today. When I bought the first wave of this, or the first characters from the wave, they did have the other characters in the wave available. When I came back, they had sold out, but I found this in our store today, and yeah, this is really cool. We got a nice cool review of the Green Goblin box. We have the awesome classic Spider-Man logo from the 90s here. We got the Green Goblin, the little billboard, and the pumpkin bombs. I just love this packaging. It's so nice, and I will say these are all being one per case right now, so if you are hunting them, that's why it's so hard to find them, just because simply it looks like there's only one per case. Hopefully they'll get in more cases soon, though. But yeah, on the back here we have, just more of the awesome stuff. We have that Spider-Man logo, the cool Green Goblin art, we have how the head works, and the other characters in the wave. And yeah, let's open this up. So here we have the classic Green Goblin, and I have to say it's been a really long time since I think they've made a Green Goblin like this, if they've ever made a Green Goblin that looks like this, and he just looks awesome. This reuses the body from a Green Goblin that came out a couple of years ago, but the head is completely new. He's got the big white and yellow and black eyes, and they just look so cool. You can see a little bit of white in there, and they just look so menacing. The big grin. I've always felt like the Green Goblin is the Joker to a Spider-Man's Batman, so it'd be kind of cool to see him get a larger role in the films one day, even though he's already appeared in most of the films. But I love his giant ears too, and it really captures his giant, like the giant mask look of it from the comics, like with the big ears and eyes. It just looks so cool, and yeah, I like how they did that, and I like how they kind of stitched the top of there too, make it look like stitching, and then you can see the back of his mask hanging out there, pretty cool. And yeah, it just looks like him. And they also added this little piece here to kind of give him that little thing that goes over, because the original one didn't have this, so that's cool, make it look more like the classic one. He's got kind of like this pinkish purple band, and he's got silver here, and more of that color scheme moving down. You can also see the chainmail, which kind of makes it look more armored, and I like that. And then you have like these kind of raggedy type gloves almost that look pretty cool. More of the chainmail and the boots with the classic look to them. So yeah, pretty neat. And in terms of articulation, he's got a 360 of the head. You can look up and down, 360 at the arm, swing out the shoulder, 360 there, double joint elbows, 360 at the wrist, and they're on hinges, 360 at the torso, and there's an ab crunch, legs forwards, backwards, and outwards. You have a 360 of the thigh, double joint knees, the boots rotate 360, and they move up and down and go side to side. So in terms of articulation, pretty good, and you do actually get a lot of accessories with him. So for starters, you get a traditional pumpkin bomb, and we've seen this one before. This came out a couple years ago, but it's really nice, and I like it. It's got the green that goes inside, and then the flames that come out, and he can hold it in either arm, I believe. I think the right hand is the best hand, but it doesn't really matter, because I think he can hold it in both. And yeah, and then also, we get an unmasked head for him, and I believe this head is new. I might be wrong about this, but I don't think we've gotten this particular head before. And you can see he's got a raised eyebrow almost, and it looks pretty good. I'm trying to get to focus a little bit better. And he's got kind of like a frowny face, Norman Osborn. And I like how they did kind of like the cuts in his hair too to make it look how it does in the comics. It looks very, very nice and very accurate to the original appearance. And then lastly, but certainly not least, you actually get the Green Goblin's glider. So I like how they give you all these accessories with it. The unmasked head and pumpkin bomb are nice, but the glider itself is essential. And as you can see, it's kind of bat-shaped there, and it's got the little handles for his feet. And it's the one they've released a few times, but it's nice. It does the job. It looks good, and I like the little turbines on it. And I like how they paint it this time too. It's like this gunmetal gray, and it just looks really nice. And you can slide him onto it, which I will show off in a second. And I really like that they included the glider, because they didn't really have to. We've seen a lot of Green Goblin toys where he doesn't have the glider, so I like that they kind of include it here. And as you can see, he stands on it pretty well, and it just looks pretty awesome with him on it there. And yeah, very, very cool, very neat, and I like it. I think they did a good job with it. And really quickly, we can get him to stand. There we go. Here's a comparison with the other Green Goblin I was talking about. I think this one came out in 2017 for the Sandman wave, and I really like that. I thought it was pretty cool. As you can see, they mostly use the same parts on it. They just paint a little bit differently. You have the new head, which is nice. And I'm not going to lie, I really like this new one a little bit better. It's the more classic look, and I just think they did a really good job of it. Thank you for watching. Please rate, like, and subscribe.